Hey there, Lord Kaz here. And today is a good day because today is a unboxing day. I have received my Gorget and pauldrons from eBay seller Vikings Armor, and we're going to open it and check it out. Um, I will be honest, I was expecting a box, but not a big deal. We don't know what everything inside looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this. Now, I will say this. Anytime you deal with the seller on eBay, you need to talk to them and read all of their information. Because at first I was getting irritated that this was not getting sent out on the scheduling that I felt it should be sent out on. Well, that's kind of a dick move because they clearly state that their packaging time is it will be sent within 7 days, blah blah blah. So read all the print, read all the information that the seller is giving you for their shipping, packaging, and handling policies. I apologize to the seller because I was being kind of a jerk, and all is good. I tracked the package that said that it could be here between September 15th and October 15th. I think they gave themselves a month. Um, it got here today. It's the 30th of September. So I'm not going to complain about that. So let's open up this package again. I'm a little surprised to see it in a baggie, but that's okay. We can deal with that. And it is bubble wrapped on the inside. And no, I'm not weak. Well, I mean, compared to some people, but plastic just stretches, so it doesn't always come out exactly as you want it to. All right. Bubble wrap. All right. So they are definitely proficient in their packaging, even though it's not in a box. They did care enough to bubble wrap it. Taking the bubble wrap off. Sort of. Trying to. Cut that. Lots of different things to cut. All right. Well, we definitely have a Gorget as promised. So here's our Gorget. I'm going to take it out and take a look at it. You see, here's the thing. SCA specifies rigid material. So that's what I'm checking out here. Rigid. This is rigid material. I don't need it to be too thick, just enough to serve as rigid material. It's about 18 gauge. Ooh, it's got little pins to connect everything. We have, I don't know if I would have put my straps. Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at it completely yet, so we're checking things out here. Uh-huh. Okay. They did spray it with a light coating of a black paint on the inside. Some of it's flaking off. I'll probably have to sand that. So here we go. That looks pretty level. Definitely handmade. And definitely a Gorget. I will want to get strapping for it to go from here to here to here to here, only because these are not going to stay and keep everything stable. So now the straps on the inside, I'm kind of baffled by, but I'm not going to sweat it. Going under the Gorget. Oh, maybe that's the concept. It goes over, and then that's what helps keep it together, which I am down with that. My only thing is I still want to get leather strapping to go from front to back, just for stability's sake. So that's good. I'm not going to complain about that. I like it. It looks good. And now here's the important ones. These are not bad at all. Taking the Spaulders out now. They are leather articulated and nice and big to fit over my shoulder. I'm digging that. Okay, we got a buckle. That's for obviously the Gorget, but yeah, I'm digging this. And then we have our strapping. We're going around our arm. They must be making this stuff for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, damn. And then the buckle for a fairly stout little buckle. Ooh, maybe. I'm hoping that one of those little, I don't want to call it intricacies, but little things that I look for is ease of putting it on. So yeah, that obviously it's going to be a little bit tighter on the Amazon. Come on. The one-handed getting dressed test is always vital. All right. And then the Gorget. I'm going to put that a little bit looser and higher up on my arm. Got that. All right. I'm down for that. That's good. Bang, bang. I like, obviously it's not attached to Gorget, no comments. But yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It is definitely rough polish. This is what I would call munitions grade. Um, it is coated with a lubricant to keep it from rusting because this is mild and not stainless. So there's not a problem with that. You can see buffing and tooling marks on it, but I'm not going to complain because for what I paid for these, um, I mean, I could see myself banging out a dent here and there, but for the most part, I'll probably, well, I'll have to see how it fits when I get the Gambison on. But not bad construction. I mean, I believe it's pressed, so I'm not mad at them for that. Um, but I think it looks pretty damn good. And let's check out the other one. This is an example of why it helps to have someone with you. Because putting on this armor is really not a one person job. Not bad. Got the four lanes coming off of it. Now, what I pay for this? $62. And I'm not mad at them. It's 18 gauge steel, which is, since there is no requirement other than rigid material, that works. So let's get it all together and see. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause this for a second and get this on. Functional. They give me adequate padding. And I think what I'm going to do now is throw the Gamazon on and see what we look like with the Gamazon, because that's going to give it a whole different reality. So I'm going to pause and do that at this point. But so far, I'm not complaining. For $62, yeah, I'm good. I am good. So, and I think probably the best way that's going to be to store this is going to be with the Spaulders attached. Come on. There is no easy way out of it. Oh my god. I'm stuck. No, just kidding. But overall, I've got no complaints about what I've got here for the price. What I am going to have to do, and anybody would have to do this, so I'm not special. Is I'm going to have to bend the gorget to form fit to my shoulders, basically. But before I bother with all that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my gambesson. The thickness is SCA legal. It'll keep stuff from bouncing off my joints. The gorget is going to need a little bit of adjusting so it fits a little bit better. But overall, I like it. I think it'll sit a little bit better once I get it a little more tweaked. But full range of motion, I got no complaints. I've got gambesson on under it, so for $60, I've got no real complaints on this. It's about what I expected, which is fine because it's $62, and you could obviously spend hundreds on a set of pauldrons in a gorget. But if you're just getting in or just returning and you want the look as much as the protection, this is a budget friendly way of doing it. So yeah, I will order from them again. It does not exceed expectations like the gambesson did, but it definitely meets expectations. I wasn't expecting a armory quality set. Although the pauldrons I really like, they're light. I mean, you're gonna hear them clank and stuff. That's obvious. But overall, I've got no complaints. I am enjoying this immensely. And then once I get the Sutton hoop padded, it'll be even better. And then this guy here, let's see if it is. Oh, and I did figure out how to put the pauldrons on, so I have the ease of use factor involved in them. So I don't need to wrestle with them too much, which is great. To get this thing off, all you need to do is, see, getting it off is a hell of a lot easier than getting it on. So, and then that snaps in there. I'm definitely going to be putting a leather strapping on the gorget, just because if I don't, this is just not going to hack it as far as actually being in combat. So I'm going to get a different set of straps and strap them back so it is nice and stable on my neck. But yeah, no, overall, $62. I give it a thumbs up. Again, do not expect custom armor when you order from someone, especially metal, off of eBay. With the ways, I was very fortunate with this gambesson, as far as I'm concerned. This is about what I expected. Like I said, there will be some tweaking required to make this fully viable, but I'm down with it because this will work. And no complaints at all. So yeah, for $61, $62, $61.99. With a little bit of tweaking on the way the gorget lays on my chest, shoulders, and back, this will be a very good addition to what I'm building up here. I am also presently working on something. Some of those who have seen my hints, may have figured out what the hell it is I'm doing. But I'm holding off on purchasing chest armor because I'm going to build my own. So if you're getting into it, the two, I'm not going to say hardest, but the two most personalized pieces of equipment that you're going to have are going to be your helmet because it's your head, and then the other one is going to be your core or your chest armor. And the reason behind that is because for the most part, there is a certain range of variation that you can adjust the straps on arms and leg armor, unless you have really wide joints. Because usually on small, or what I like to call also normal size people, there's a lot of extra space in the cops. So that's why I went with I don't want to say generic, but a generic Gorget and Spaulders, because I know there's enough commonality that those are going to be able to be adjusted in and out as needed. Same thing holds true pretty much with the arms, because I'm not a bodybuilder. I have normal sized arms. Excuse me. Same thing with the legs. Now, my two sticking points are my head, because I've got a big head, and then my torso, because my torso is, shall we say, oversized. I'm working on that, but it ain't there yet. So what I'm doing for my torso now is custom. I'm making it because I want it to fit the way I want it to fit. I've lined up a guy who's willing to make me a 16 gauge stainless chest piece to my measurements, but that's going to be after I get my arms and legs, because that's kind of the next step in the whole process, if that makes sense. So again, big thumbs up to the guys at Vikings Armor. Their packaging surprised me, but nothing was bent or damaged, so that's good. It was bubble wrapped, so again, that's good. The quality of the Spaulders, I love. The Gorget, I mean, again, it's $62. So I'm not the guy who's going to sit there and freak out because it's not perfect, because it was only $62. I'm getting stuff that's easy on the pocketbook. And my main thing is, will it work with what I'm doing? Because if it works with what I'm doing, it's probably going to work with what you're doing. Now, the adjustability, I will say this, the adjustability on the Spaulders, they give you a good, I'm going to say 4-inch, probably 4-inch range there of adjustability on the shoulders. And keep in mind that you could pop another hole in there with a leather punch. And if this isn't perfectly to your liking, you can add a longer leather strap. I mean, all of this is completely possible and feasible. The rivets they used, yep, they used the solid core rivets, so that's good. They're not coming out anytime soon. And yeah, I give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, this is going to need some adjusting. It's that simple. But I expected that, because there's no way they're going to know my body type / build based upon my not sending them any information. But yeah, this is good. I like it. I'll use it. And I now have shoulders and a gorget. Now, when I use Big Bertha here, y'all remember Big Bertha? When I use Big Bertha here, this tail is going to be covering the gorget, obviously. But that's okay, because I'll know it's there, and so will the marshals. But, once I get this on there, and this thing is like literally 15 pounds. I could do workouts with it. And obviously, when I start working in the garage with my Pell, that is a practice dummy, so to speak, I'm going to be wearing this one for the simple reason that I need to train with what I'm going to fight in. So that's it. But I hope this was helpful. Again, my goal is to check out as many of the eBay vendors of this type of stuff as I can and pass my experiences off to you. Again, Vikings Armor, that's the only thing I've bought from them so far. I'm satisfied with it. It is what I expected, and I said not like the Amazon, which exceeded my expectations. So I would give the gentleman at Vikings Armor I will buy from you again. In fact, I've already been talking to them a little bit, trying to line things up if I like this, and I do like this. So that's going to work out for both of us. I'm going to buy things, and they're going to make more money. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that little by little over the course of the next year or so, that we can go through enough eBay vendors to make this something useful for future new members and future returners. That if you see an eBay vendor, or maybe if you're looking for a piece of equipment, you can just come over to my channel and see if I've discussed the particular piece of gear you're looking for. Now, chances are I will be purchasing another Gorget and another set of Spaulders. Why? Well, because that's a way that I can check how the differences are between vendors. So chances are also I'm going to end up with a second suit of armor. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet, but when I do, I will let you guys know. But until next time, everybody take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Don't be a dick, because the world has enough of them. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.